everyone, I am Yan, your favorite friendly Frenchman, and welcome to this stream of the Wednesday, the 25th of March. How is everyone doing? I'm really happy to be streaming tonight because I wasn't sure if I was going to, honestly. Basically on Monday I got a shot of tetanus, so don't worry about that, I'm fine, don't worry. It's just that when you're 25 you're supposed to have another shot of tetanus in France. And so, yeah, yesterday, at this time yesterday, I was feeling horrible, like absolutely horrible. I had a horrible fever. I was like, my body temperature was at like 39 degrees Celsius. For those of you who use Fahrenheit and not Celsius, a normal temperature would be 37. So yeah, that was not good. But yeah, I'm really relieved that I can stream this evening with you all, and also that I'm feeling a little bit better. I'm still feeling weak, I'm not gonna lie, but we're here, so let's greet everyone. So let's see. Hey, happy summer wedding. Yeah, and we've already seen this one. Yeah, that's the point. Explore someone else's part. I don't know what you're saying. Hey, Grimdev. Hey, Osna. Hey, Ian. Hey, Emil. Hey, Monty. Hey, Loudleaf. Hey, Banan. Hey, EK Freels. Hey, Breeze. Hey, Miss. Hey, some random gamer. Hey, GI7. Hey, coaster enthusiasts. Welcome back to the stream. So, something that we're going to do today is take it a little bit on the chiller side because of how weak I'm feeling today, because of the shot of tetanus and everything. I'm going to basically divide the stream into two parts. First part, if you guys are down for that, I feel like we could walk through Fiskekysten together and see literally every single detail that is in there. And then after that, just because I don't really want to start anything new on in Wildwater, I would like to just do a tiny thing in Wildwater, which is basically this painted sign of the Route 66. So yeah, we'll probably do that in this stream. So hello Wolf Tanner, hello NH, nice to see you, man. So yeah, I hope you guys are... What is going on? What have I done? Done something wrong? Oh, I've pressed... Oh, haven't I? Yeah, okay. There we go. Alright, so first things first. Let me... Of course, I don't have the HUD on. Let me lower the sound of the game. This is always the same issue, isn't it? Let's see, 25. Is that any better? It's not bad, it's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad. Hey Stonehand, I'm trying to walk around the bobsled area for sure. Obsessed with that atmosphere. Ah, thank you. Thank you. Hello, Yan. Thanks for making the decision what to watch while eating dinner so easy. Well, thank you for joining, Hendrik. Nice to have you along. You're not late, don't worry. You're here, that's what matters. Welcome Disblows, welcome Jovencito. Yan, how much FPS are you running on? Great question, actually. Let me see that. Right now I'm on 165. I may have some frame drops at some point, just because of some areas that are really heavy on the engine. Fiskekysten is one of those. But mainly because of the reflections near Fiskers Sang, and Also, I'm seeing 165, but I believe I'm streaming in 60, just to make life a little bit easier and be easier on the I believe the GPU. I don't know. I'm not much of a technical guy. As long as it works, it works. Yeah, and what do you think of TH Design's Wonder Wheel series, if you've seen it? I've not seen it. I'm not really into those concepts, honestly. It's a little bit too much on the young side for me. All on max? I think so. I think so. There might be a couple options that I've turned a little bit lower, but mostly yes. Exactly, from from 30 FPS to 160. That's every time. Like recently, I went back to Planet Coaster console to check something, and I just could not stand the 30 FPS for sure. Yes. Anyway, so we're back on the ground in Fiskekysten. Where is it? There we go. Walk at a normal pace. Thank you. So yeah, as I said, for those of you who weren't there when I explained, I'm going to divide this stream into two parts. So start with Fiskekysten, a tour of Fiskekysten, like a very in-depth tour, and then we'll go back to the other side of the park with Wildwater to work on a Route 66 sort of decal. I suppose we could call it a decal, yes, for the road and also for the side of the wall on the station, because I've just finished the queue today. The more and more I use foliage on this game, the more I'm annoyed by them not using enough shades of green in them. What do you mean? There's plenty to go around. I feel like there's a decent amount of foliage, and yeah, I really like the amount of foliage that we have. Hey Wonky, welcome to the stream, man. Alright, so first things first, this gate is just straight up stolen from Europa Park. Although I believe one of those is grey at Europa Park. By the way, speaking of Europa Park, have you heard that they've officially announced the family coaster project that will replace Euromir? So Euromir is having its last season ever. Apparently they'll keep the space theme and they'll keep something else. I don't remember, but yeah, it's really exciting because, as you know, Euromir is not the most comfortable rides ever, but yeah, it's really nice that they're going to do something with that, and I'm hoping for a family launch spinner, kind of like Curse of the Werewolf at Epic Universe. I feel like they could do some really cool things with that. I saw the new dragon they added. Yes, they added a memorabilia. I don't know if it's an animatronic or not, but a figure at the very least. That is here for not a memorabilia. I don't have the name. A statue basically to remember something that burned down. So yeah, I think they will keep the soundtrack. I believe the soundtrack is way too iconic to change. Hey Crunchy, sorry I missed you. Welcome to the stream. Alright, so let's get cracking. So yes, Europa Park, this is slightly smaller, but this is where the entrance for Snorri Turen is. And yeah, basically it. I've made this basically so that you have a nice transition between, you know, the very German architecture of it all and the much more Scandinavian houses, colored houses, and the white beams and all. I really enjoyed this, just because it's a nice transition, and also it's so high that it kind of hides the other area. It's really cool. first things first, we have this as well, which, by the way, if you didn't know, to go into the staff... Oh, actually, this one you don't need to do that. But basically the staff areas, if you cannot walk through it by walking, you can press shift and you'll be sprinting through them, and that'll work. Well, it's fine, I wasn't even expecting any response. I always like to greet everyone. I think it's important. You have custom flooring in the coaster station? I don't think I do for Borealis, no. I don't think I do. I think I picked a path texture that looked like something you'd see on the inside of such a building. So no, not yet, but we'll get there, you know. If you have any questions, please focus on what is on screen, so that we don't get sidetracked too much. I'm trying to get through this as quickly as possible, because you guys obviously have seen most of that already. Your LOD is crazy? What do you mean? It's awful. I feel like it's awful. Like, it works well. It works well, I feel like. But, yeah, some people... Like, for example, here, you cannot really see Fisken's Ord on the top of the brick building. I don't know. I feel like the level of detail is better than most people, for sure, but it's still not it, honestly. Yeah, the one thing I really wanted to show you guys is this little detail here, which is really cool. Basically, the commands for the transfer track. And also this says, do not cross when the transfer track is active. And that is also a nice little detail that I really like, is that the maintenance bay for the car ride on the other side in Alpenstadt is linked there. And as you know, there's this little elevator, the little monte charge, as we would say in French, that is right here to then go back up there and be basically taken outside the park and to, I don't know, probably a oh, what's the name? A warehouse. There you go. And then of course you go next to the water. I've tried to make the rocks so that the concrete was actually bordered by the rock, if that makes any sense. I don't know if that's a proper way to say it, but that's basically the idea. There's also a little non-functional, unfortunately, because if you have an actual invisible path here, first of all, this is way too steep for an invisible path, and also you cannot have one without destroying this path texture. So, you know, it is what it is, but it's fine, I feel like. That's pretty much it, I think, for this backstage area. I had a question, what is your favorite type of flat ride? In real life, I suppose. Yeah, one permanent and one from, say, a fun fair. Well, first of all, I hate fun fairs, so that's that'll answer your question. But as for actual flat rides in theme parks, I love the Zero jet skis. I love this thing so much. Like, every time I see one, I'll try to do it. I think the last one I went on was Holiday Park back in 2024, almost 2 years ago, when we did the Germany trip with Antonio and Corvus. And yeah, I love those jet skis. They're really cool. Also, you might have noticed a few seagulls around the park. See, this was a frame drop, for example, but that's because the autosave is starting to struggle a little. Were French fries made in France? I would assume so, yes? I know we have a good place that is producing a lot of French fries and, well, potato-related products. So yeah, I don't know. I would assume so at the very least. Is that the one in the water, like at Legoland Windsor? I think so. I think Dan's theme park told me that they had one. So yeah, I think that's the one. Yeah. I love. Oh, I missed that. I love the detail in every part of this park. No areas that are left unfinished. Just pure amazement everywhere, even in the backstages. Well, this is something that I was... first of all, thank you. I should say thank you. And second of all, this is something that hey, speaking of Dan, speaking of the devil, here's Dan. Welcome to the stream, man. But yeah, something I was telling myself earlier when finishing the queue is that every single thing that you see in this park is a piece that's been placed by hand. So just take that into account and then remember that there's like 84,000 pieces. So yeah, moving on from that thought. I really like this view. Like, for some people, this amount of backstage stuff being shown might be a little too problematic. I feel like for what Belleflore is trying to do, it's really good and really satisfying. And most of us in the chat are nerds, right? So just seeing this, probably seeing a train just go off the transfer track and into a maintenance bay, I feel like this would be something I would love to see in real life, and so that's kind of why I left the thing the way it is. Also, we were talking about LOD. You can see that here the LOD is not that great. Even if I zoom in that much, yeah. How many pieces in Belleflore right now? In the version that you have on the workshop at the moment, it's 84,000. Backstory of French fries: US soldiers didn't know where they were, and they heard people in the kitchen talking French, so they thought they were in France, and that's why. That sounds like a Belgian excuse. Anyway, yeah, so little toilet here. I really like the stepped roofing here. It's really cool. Do you have some that are not in water? No, definitely not. They have to be in the water. I assume that you're talking about the Zemperle jet skis. I would love to have those in Blanco. Hey, RCT Mall. Still haven't finished my Mega Park from Blanco 1. Yeah, I was about to say that is exactly the same. Fortunately, because I was playing on console in Blanco 1, I could not do something like that. I think the megaest of parks, if that makes any sense, that I've done, and one of my collaborators for that is in the chat right now, was the one I made with NH and many other people on console that was called Little Lost City. There's a video, basically kind of a documentary talking about the making of this park, and also showcasing every single thing that every single people have made, every single person has made. And it's probably to this day one of my favorite videos I've ever made. And it's a shame because it doesn't have a lot of views. Like, genuinely, it's 40-ish minutes of pure I cannot say that word. Nope. Basically pure good content that is very well done. And walking up to the House of Skur. Hey Keegan, welcome to the stream, man. Nice to see you. You can see at times in the park some hints of the backstages, and I love that in parks. You know, it's still this nerd in me that is like, yeah, you can see a little bit that it is a theme park, and the fact that you're able to see it, in my opinion, really, really makes it more immersive, if that makes any sense. Hey, anyone, do you want €2? I keep your money, man. That is a weird way to ask. I'm never gonna say yes, just because it feels weird to ask for money. So no. Hey, Fantasy Atomex, welcome to the stream. But yeah, I really like having those little. Hello. Having those little places where you can see the backstages, it's I feel like it makes the thing a little more special, because if you can see the backstages, you know that the backstages are there, and it makes you feel like the creation is real. You know what I mean? And that's very much my my aim with this. I mean, like, do you have any favorites that are on land? Oh, that's a good question, honestly. You know, it's technically still a flat ride, right? I'm inclined to say Gerstlauer Skyfly, but also Intamin Drop Tower? Any kind of drop tower, usually. Well, good drop tower. Not the bad drop towers, obviously. Hey, Wonky! Thank you so much for the 1.73 British pounds. And I had to come out of guest cam just to like that. But thank you! Thank you so much for being so generous. That is a very specific amount of money. Yeah, intimate drop towers are crazy good. Right, so, anyway, moving on. Oh, by the way, while I see one of those, I should explain. So, little backstory. Little story from earlier this week. I believe it was on Monday. On Monday, I was checking the numbers of Belleflore on the workshop, and I wanted to download one of my blueprints. So I typed YanBK1608, as I usually have YanBK1608 somewhere in my titles or in my descriptions, and I see that someone has stolen Fiskekysten. So I'm like, what is going on? What is happening? And I read the description, and they're like, yeah, I respect YanBK, na. Who cares? And they're like, yeah, I've made realism improvements to Fiskekysten so that it's more realistic. Do you guys want to know what were the realism improvements? Fire alarms. That is it. Oh my goodness. So you know what? I was like, okay, if you feel like that is actually a fair bit of feedback, so I'm going to implement that detail now. I'm going to have fire alarms, and yeah, it's just absolutely hilarious. And that is the funniest thing. So that person has just taken Fiskekysten, deleted the rest of the park, and was like, yeah, I'm gonna make it better. Fire alarms. Oh my goodness. That was honestly the funniest thing to me. So yeah, now every building has fire alarms and things to open doors if necessary. So you'll see, not in the current version, but in the next version, the episode 8 version, you'll see those around the park, and also green ones underneath the red ones, if there needs to be a door open. Hey Ovencito, thank you so much for being a member for 3 months. Didn't know I could do this. Yeah, you can do a lot as a member. It's really cool, and it allows me to celebrate members more easily as well. Can't wait to Belleflore Six Flags. Oh my goodness, please don't. I cannot handle it. But anyway, talking about the House of Skur, I really like using those framed screens as, you know, paintings or whatever. Hey K1000, welcome to the stream. And also, hey, 1 to another coasters. I'm still hoping for next coaster in Belleflore. 1% chance to happen. Yeah, no. 0% chance to happen. Everything is planned. Like, the only thing that is possible to happen is that the RMC gets replaced with whatever gets added to a potential DLC in the future. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But otherwise, every ride is locked in. Potentially, if there are new interesting flat rides, they could be added, but otherwise everything is pretty much planned. Like, my parks, as Geekism would say for Meandervale, my parks are master planned. Like, everything, every little detail is master planned. So, yeah, there's no chance for an Exa coaster. If you are on PC, have you checked out any mods yet? No, I'm not interested in interested in modding the game at all. No, but I am on PC. I am on PC. I suppose you haven't checked out a few of the, well, more recent videos I've done. So yeah, you can check these out if you're not aware. Strata Lock Flume, hell no. No Lock Flume, but there will be a River Rapids in episode 9, I believe. Oh, hello. Right, so you have the little staff door here. What I really like to do is have the ingredients for the little shops or for the little restaurants that I have. For example, this is honey. I believe those are the toppings for the skyr. And then you have the fridge to actually have the skyr. And then you'll see a lot of those Sodamax drink dispensers around the park, because this is like the thing that it's basically my universe's version of Coca-Cola, of the Coca-Cola company. These guys are still stuck. What are you guys doing? I'm gonna ignore you guys anyway. Yeah, and you need to make the PC name in settings. Yan PC 1608, that is actually a good one, but my PC is named Roland the PC. And my iPhone is named Romuald. I don't even know if that's an English name that you can say, but yeah, it's Romuald and Roland. Like Roland Mac, actually, so that's pretty funny. Another seagull here. Also something that I've added is to every single photo booth but the digital one for Opa's Rodelbahn. Basically a lot of a list of everything that you can buy at those shops. And also for the easier coasters that are on flat ground, you can get nano coasters, so like this one. Jan's PC is a Mac product, confirmed. that would be cool, I'm not gonna lie. Then here you have a little seagull. This seagull is actually not in the actual park file at this point. In the workshop file, I mean. Something I've added recently. You go up there. Obviously you have the PMR access. This is our handicapped access in France. And then you get... I love this station so much. I feel like it's not great from the outside. Like I could have done a better job with the colors, but it's alright. But from the inside, it's mwah, chef's kiss. I love this so much. There are a bunch of jokes. Which seagull is eating the chip? We'll check it out when we come to it, don't worry. Also, you can check out the issue de secours signs all around the park that are there too. Actually, I should add some fire alarms here. Let me write that down. Write that down. Write that down. So that I'll do it when we do the building in the second part of the stream. Fire alarms, Borealis upstairs. There we go. So yeah, a lot of Easter eggs. For example, this I believe says do not feed the fish or the fishes in general because they will bite. And then we get to the ground floor of the station. Really like this station. Again, I love the fact that it's on it has 2 floors in a single building, and from the queue line you can actually see the coaster being loaded up. Also something that I've added today actually, so it's still not in the workshop file, but I've added the date of opening of those rides. So this opened for the 2013 season of Belleflore essentially. And we're going on Borealis, our 2013 mega coaster, really inspired by Alpine Blitz. And funnily enough, it should have opened before Alpine Blitz in our park's canon, so that's really interesting. Hey Just Cry, welcome to the stream. And I feel like now that it has this this whole area to interact with, it's a much better POV than it used to be in episode 6, I believe it was. And just imagine when the entire park is done, just imagine everything that you'll be able to see from Borealis. It's gonna be great, I feel like. Yeah, that was Borealis. Really like this this ride. I'm really hyped to do my next thrill coaster, which, as you all know, well, if you've tuned in to the other streams, is going to be a GCI wooden coaster, which is all the way over there, called Bucking Bronco, and I'm really interested in doing that. But I'll hold off because I need to do the entire Wildwater town first, and I'll do the layout last. I deleted all the coal in my steampunk area and forgot to undo it. No! I really hope you have another save. Seagulls are more dangerous than fish. They're a menace. They really are. Fortunately, they're only little figures in the park. And also something that I really like is this detail for the loose article storage. I just renewed my annual pass for Parc Astérix. So cool. That's cool. Really cool. I cannot afford an annual pass to any parks anymore. And something I will be honest and say that I am a little sad that I didn't take that into account, but I feel like the queue for Borealis should have been longer. This is a mistake that I've done, and unfortunately you learn from your mistakes. But yeah, now queues are going to be significantly longer. And yeah, you have the little photos here for when you come up the rides. And it's really cool as well, this little stairway out of the station. It's really cool. Really cool. I like that. Alright, next up is what you guys have seen on Friday. Fiskers Sang and the other second half of the area. Actually, not next up. We have something else to do first. And this is to go to... Oh yeah, there's actually a guy waiting. So the seagull with a fry is right there. There we go. And while I'm here, let's have a little POV of the little lighthouse slide. Because I feel like it's really rare that people go on that ride. I feel like also with the file that's on the workshop, there used to be a bug because I'd linked another queue path to this one, so I had to unlink it, and I feel like it fixed the fact that that people were not riding this ride. So I'm happy. I'm really happy. And here you can see the credit for the person who's done the little reduced ride platform here, which is why you can see those little lights floating in the air. This is what it is, you know what I mean? But I feel like it's so great. What is your opinion on the Reddit rumor that the development has discontinued? Oh my goodness, even the seagulls are laughing. Come on. Come on. Oh my goodness. You know what? It seems like every stream I have like one curse word that I say. I'm gonna say it this time. I'm going to say it right now and willingly this time around. This rumor is bullshit. It's absolute BS. It's false. It's like it's been debunked to death. Do not believe what is on Reddit. Flee away from Reddit. Never stay on Reddit. It's stupid. Absolutely stupid. I know a guy that knows a guy that I don't know, my aunt's brother, sister, whatever. Please, like, come on. Never believe that, especially when Frontier themselves, official news, not official news, well, technically official news, but official people from Frontier have said that they are working on what's next for the game. Well, my opinion is that it is absolute BS. I'm sorry, but I hate this kind of thing. I hate the people talking about that kind of thing. I feel like it's so stupid, and people believe it. That's the worst thing. Like, some people that are incredibly naive, and don't get me wrong, I'm kind of naive myself at some point. You know, it happens. But this, come on. Like, it's Internet 101. I feel like when I was playing Call of Duty when I was a teenager, people were saying, yeah, I know a guy who works at Activision or at Treyarch or at Infinity Ward. Like, that's the same thing. Every game community has that. It's so stupid. Absolutely stupid. So yeah, this is my opinion on that. Now that the rent is over, there we go. Also, something that I really like with the second half of the area is how it opens up the view on the lighthouse. A lot of criticism from episode 6, for the few people that have seen it, was that the lighthouse was kind of hidden by the station, which is fair criticism. I would agree, but I did know that the second half of the area would have it be a more prominent part of the area and more be more of a weenie essentially for this area. So yeah, love this. Even if this game dies or gets no updates, I think the modding scene for this game will keep it alive, just like RCT. And say I'm good. Some yeah, there. I must admit, I'm impressed. I am impressed. But then again, I do not intend to stop anytime soon. So even if there's one Steam concurrent player, it'll be me. It'll be me. You can be very sure of that. Because I love this game. I just absolutely love this game. I mean, are you seeing what I'm seeing around me right now? Like, I cannot stop doing that kind of crap. It's so cool. It's just so cool. It's what I've always dreamt of as a kid. Thank you, best French Rage ever. Don't worry. Next French Rage, if you want, will be on Saturday. Agreed, the mods for this game are unbelievable. Yeah, they're pretty cool. Yeah, there we go. Miss will be the second concurrent player. That's cool. That's cool. Anyway, so now we are here in front of the entrance for Fiskers Sang. Fiskers Sang apparently is not correct Norwegian for what I wanted it to be originally, so it doesn't mean the fisherman's song. It means something along the lines of a fisher's song, something like that. Like, quote unquote, a fisher's song. So, yeah, it is what it is. It's fine. I feel like we can still keep it the way it is. But yeah, I'll be number 3. Or the one guy still playing Planker 1. Isn't that what you already are, Dan? I jest. And another place where you can actually see a little bit of the backstage, if you really look for it, is here. You can see a little gutter, you can see the fence of the show building, but otherwise everything is hidden really, really well. It means the fisher's song. Yeah, there we go. And it's really funny because every Norwegian, on top of you, Crunchy, there have been 2 other people one who has left a comment yesterday, I want to say, and one that's slid into my DMs. Sled? I don't know. Went into my DMs anyway. Basically told me like 3 different things, and it's like apparently the fisher's song is more correct. So a fisher's song and the fisher's song. So honestly, I'm fine with that. I'm totally fine with that. But anyway, let's go inside the Fiskenkysten, the word of the fish. What do you want it to be called? I believe the correct name for it would have been Fiskerens Song, if I'm not mistaken. So like EN between the R and the S. But honestly, I've already done the work and I'm a little bit lazy. And I feel like in France they would make the mistake, so I feel like it adds a little bit of character to it. So yeah, I'm totally happy to keep the mistake now that I know about it. Anyway, here we go. We are in the lobby of the Fiskenkysten, the word of the fish, local newspaper for Fiskekysten. I really like this storyline, by the way. I feel like it's one of my best with Sub-Explorer. Sub-Explorer was really cool, but I'm really eager to work on the second Camtasso Park. Well, the I suppose reimagine Camtasso Park, because I really want to do a new version of that and do something even better. Well, what do you want it to be called in English? I can just try to help you if you want. Well, I believe the fisherman's song, and so that would be something like Fiskerens Song, according to what people have told me. I believe. But honestly, that's fine. That's fine. Just forget about it. It doesn't exist. And yeah, I really like those little details with with the little headlines that, if you take the time to translate, give you a little bit of backstory, and also little Easter eggs for actors that are Scandinavian that I like. Actors, or here, for example, Anna Idunadottir would be the Anna and Elsa from Frozen. Fiskers Sang. Yeah, I'm not I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. So yeah, Fiskers Sang is what people have said. Yeah, indeed. Hey, Coaster Craze, welcome to the stream. Love this series. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I feel like it's lost a little bit of the original audience, probably because I've stopped for a long time before getting the PC. But I'm really, really happy that you like it. I've noticed a mistake. No. Oh, I'm gonna have to fix that. I'm gonna have to write that down. Write that down. Write that down. Elevator, Fiskens, Ord, mistake. There we go. I'm playing Planko 2. I'm making a Disney park. I'm expanding it, and I finished it. Opens on Sunday. Cool. Cool. Welcome to the stream, Ashley. So yeah, you have Mads Mikkelsen. You have Stellan Skarsgård. A lot of Skarsgård, I believe, around this place. Oh, I need to take a sip of water. I'm sorry. There we go. Your park inspired me to make a natural growing theme park. I feel like it's really important, especially for people that really don't do a big budget park in general. There will be a lot of places where you just have foliage growing by itself, and it's not necessarily well kept, but also it's really important to have those areas that are well kept. I feel like it's really important. I believe Jonty from Geekism has talked about that in his video from today. Really recommend it. It's a really nice talk with him, essentially. Huh. Interesting. I don't have one here. I think that's fine because you have one right there. Okay, cool. Anyway, so you go into Tristan Nicholson's office. Hey Serial, welcome to the stream. And so here, in my opinion, is the best kind of detail from the ride. The different headlines from all the different areas in the park. I'm going to try to do the WW ripples, so Wildwater ripples, for this area. I've written it down, and I'll try to make a building with that in mind. But yeah, a lot of things to ease you into the story, and of course the desk for Tristan. Then you go into the night scene. There we go. Actually, it's really strange now that I think about it, that I have a mistake here. Like that would mean that it goes through. I'm so confused. I'm gonna have to check that out once we finish the tour. Nicole is back! Yay! How much time do you spend on a roller coaster normally? It depends. Are you talking like strictly roller coaster building, or like finishing a project for a ride? So yeah, we're in this little alleyway from Fiskekysten now, leading to Loki's Taverna. And a little detail that not a lot of people have picked up on is that you have the captain's presence all over the place with the spyglass, the little hat, and the lantern. Like he's everywhere. Then you have this telling you that you need to find Tristan Nicholson at the tavern at 8 p.m., which is what we are doing right now. Really like this place, honestly. Here it's talking about Nicholson's expedition. I totally forgot I'd done that newspaper, but it's really cool. Then you have the harbor scene, which I really love. Honestly, like the forced perspective on this is so cool because the room is actually tiny. It's really tiny, and I love it. I love it so much. I don't know if we're going to, because sometimes this thing bugs out, unfortunately, the little pre-show thing. But here it's talking about Jormungandr listens to us, sing with us to appease the seas. It's that kind of thing. Let's wait a little bit to see if... Oh yeah, it works! Nice. Nice, I like that. I like that a lot. And also, I don't know if you guys remember, but there was going to be... like I promised there's always a Star Wars reference. I think that was... for somewhere within the ride. This is your Star Wars reference. There's always a bigger fish. I'm a man of my word. No, I missed the boat. Okay. So then we get to the boathouse of Tristan Nicholson, and right next to it is the whatever that means. I believe that means the Sailor's Boutique, something like that. So this is basically the gift shop that is at the end of the ride as well. My RMC took 10 months to build. Wow. That's a bit crazy. Hello, you. Welcome to Geekism. Hey, Jonty. Nice to see you, man. Trying my hardest with that impression, honestly. Such a nice way to start a video, honestly. Yeah. The name of this boat is a boat from Norse mythology, Skidbladnir. Which is, I believe, a boat that can fold and fit into a pocket. I think that's the lore behind it. I'm not entirely sure, honestly. Oh, what is going on? There we go. And you have those doors leading to the fully dark section. But just before we get there, as you can see here, you have a little way to emergency exit. There we go. And this is what the actual scene looks like. It's very underwhelming, I know. Like, don't bring a flashlight into my parks, into my dark rides. It's a little underwhelming, but yeah. I love that effect. Like, again, it's stupid, but your mind just does the work for me. You know what I mean? Like, it's stupid. I started by wanting to... Oh no, I left clicked. Okay, that's fine. I started by doing an actual fully fledged basic shape snake head for Jormungandr, and I was like, this doesn't look good. It's gonna be in the dark anyways, and you're gonna see it for like half a second or whatever. So instead of having another lightning flash lighting the face of Jormungandr, I was like, let's just do the eyes, man. And fortunately, I don't remember which update that was. I believe this is the latest, update 8. Those well, basically any lights. No. The sorcery lights were now triggerable because they weren't initially. So yeah, and I mean it does the job so well. And then you have the captain here, and again, like you cannot see anything, even though the wall is right there. It's so cool. Like it's really really cool. One thing I will say is the shock factor on the Flying Dutchman is more scary, but this is also cool. I really really wanted to do something that is not too scary, but this as a kid would have scared the living crap out of me. Like I remember vividly at Disneyland Paris. I believe the show was called Animagic, Anime Animagic, I suppose. There was, I think it was something with Donald, the Donald Duck, and he went through those movies or whatever. I don't exactly remember what it was, but at some point it was fully dark, and you can only see yellow eyes like this. And I believe this is what I took inspiration from this. So yeah, there you go. Anyway, let's move on. And again, here you get another emergency exit. Then you have the rune lift hill. No, this is not Philarmagique because that was another thing that came much later. But I do get what you mean. It's this one is in Discovery Land in next to Star Tours. There used to be something with Michael Jackson with Captain AO and like when I was really really young, Honey I Shrunk the Kids. It had like a it's basically a 4D theater. But that's not what I'm talking about. The one that I'm talking about is where Disney, no, not Disney, Mickey and the Magician currently is playing. What does Parc Asterix translate to in English? Parc Asterix. There you go. So yeah. Oh, the little trolls are cute as well. I love these little rune pieces in general. I really wanted to have an effect here, kind of like the one I have when Mjolnir is launching in Camtasso Park. But then I felt like this would not be on budget for an effect that you would see so little of. So yeah. See a little bit of the backstages. I really like that. And then, boom, there we go. Back in Fiskekysten with the nice music and everything. Yeah, it was called Animagique, yeah. Little emergency exit here, leading to the queue. So yeah, no, fun fact. I was born in 2000, so the first thing that I saw at that theater was Honey, I Shrunk the Audience, indeed. And then they brought back Captain AO, but my dad indeed told me that Captain AO was there before Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, I believe. So yeah, to me, Honey, I Shrunk the Audience was first, and then I experienced Captain AO, and now obviously Mickey's Philarmagique is playing there still to this day. I don't know. I'm not into Disneyland Paris anymore, but last time I was there, I believe that's what it was. As my husband works with Steam. He knows about update 9. Well, you're not supposed to say, but hey. Oh my goodness. I don't want to get you into any trouble, but you should not talk about these things. If that's the case, obviously. Hey, Wickedwood Gaming. Sorry, I have to call you by your new name. Otherwise, people will be like, "Why is he calling him Poops It Out?" Such a great name, by the way. So yeah, something that I really like about this this station is that you can walk with some invisible pathing inside the maintenance area, and then go back to the station here. So I really like that. It's really cool. And of course, if you need to check the camera, you can do that as well. And every single camera for, well, effect in general. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm not sure that I have a trigger. Oh no, I do! Look at that! It's all the way over there. Yeah, the little dot. So yeah, every single trigger is being represented physically. Hey Lazaro Dog, welcome to the stream. Of course I remember you, man. You're like one of the first people I ever interacted with in this community, so yeah, I will always remember you. And again, this is something I love, the little seagull photobomb. I feel like as far as framing for right picks goes, this is like top tier. Like, I know I'm tooting my own horn here, but come on, this is so cool. And also having items related to the captain is really cool. Speaking of, the captain is still there. Yeah, it's like the ghost of the captain is haunting you, or I don't know, maybe positively, maybe negatively. I don't know. It's for you to interpret. And we're back out. So let's go on the bridge. I'm not entirely sure if there's a boat roaming around. Yes, there is. Okay. Could you change the contrast on the numbers? I'm not sure what you're talking about. What a great coastal town build. Thank you so much, man. There we go. I wanted to see a splashdown. Well, when you talk about the numbers, do you mean the photo thing? That thing? No, I could not. There's no way I can do this. Yeah, no. Not on the right photos. If you remember my interpretation of the story, can you tell if I was right? Well, that's the thing. I don't want to tell you guys if you were right. I want you guys to have your own interpretation of whether you're right or not. And so as far as I'm concerned, you're all right. You're all right. You know what I mean. But yeah, it's really yeah, it was good. It was good. It was a good interpretation for sure. Anyway, we get to this plaza, which right now is a little bit empty, I'm not gonna lie. See you, Dan. Thank you so much for joining, man. And yeah, when this part of the park will be done, the park will first of all be complete, and also this area will be much more alive than it already is. Even though thanks to the restaurant, I really like the fact that guests are walking around, just not as much as they will be at the end. And just a heads up, because I feel like you guys have seen that I've deleted somebody and basically have hidden a user from the channel. Basically, to me, it was again a case of he says, she says, and I just had to stop them from basically spamming the chat and spreading misinformation. But anyway, back to the park tour. So yeah, this is Captain Four Sons restaurant. Love this place, honestly. It's really cool. You have the anchor of the ship. There we go. I kind of lazied out of making a menu this time around because I'm not that much into seafood, so I was like, yeah, let's just put lines, you know what I mean? And here you have the place where you can get welcomed by the waiter, so you would have to imagine that they'd be there. And is there any lore on what Belleflore replaced, given how in the park story it opened in 2013? So I suppose the lore is that everything that you can, like the little gravel path that you can see all around the park, is something that you used to be able to walk around, and you know, you could walk around the lake, but otherwise the theme park would be limited to what was there at the time. So you can imagine that at the time, the old version, the western version of Wildwater over there in the distance, was indeed there, but then it would stop where the Mexican area will eventually start, and on this side of the park it would have stopped at the end of Alpenstadt, and then, you know, you could just walk around, love nature essentially, enjoy nature, and have a chill stroll around the lake, which would probably be a good walk to do. Like, I don't exactly know how much. I should actually try to figure that out. But yeah, this is basically the lore, quote unquote, around what was there before. Unlike the area that I'm making all the way over there, and the Vapeur sur Rail area that have very much replaced, well, at the very least, this one has been rethemed. This first one has been rethemed as well, and that second part of the American area will have been somewhat rethemed as well, and a ride replaced as well. But we'll have some time to talk about that in the future, don't worry. If you could visit any of your Blanco parks IRL, which one would you prefer to visit? Oh, that's easy answer. This one. Easy answer. This Belleflore is the park that I would have loved to grow up in. Literally. Not only that, but also that I would have been able to grow up alongside like I would have been able to grow up alongside it, essentially. And so that is just a brainless thought. Also because I feel like my other parks aren't as good as Belleflore, if that makes any sense. Like, they're good, they're like, I like what I've done for when I did it in my progression of skill throughout Planet Coaster, my time playing Planet Coaster games. But yeah, no, nothing compares to Belleflore in my past work. There you have the little desk area. I really like the fact that you learn the full name of the captain here, which is Magni Forson, because obviously Forson is a reference to the mythology, the Norse mythology. There are a lot of Norse mythology references because obviously the story really ties into Norse mythology. And basically the reason why I've named him Forson is because Jormungandr has beef with Thor in the mythology. And so this guy is technically Thor's son, and one of Thor's sons was called Magni. So that's why the captain is called Magni Forson. Here you have the little terrace that overlooks the splashdown. Really, really proud of that view. Honestly, it's really, really great. I think the minigolf bit is still my favorite part from this park so far. But I just like things you don't see in a lot of builds. Yeah, me too, honestly. And you're right, Wonky. If Broccoli hadn't been there, the minigolf would have been there, but I was going to make it static. And basically, at that time, before the VIP chat was a thing, I was talking to Broccoli a lot about what I would do in the park. And other people as well, like Miss or Birdie or whoever else. And the idea behind the minigolf at first was that I wanted to do something with the trigger effects and have something truly interactive. But I needed to get the episode out and finish the project. And at the time, Broccoli was basically how do you say that in English? I don't even know. But he had to stop working for a few months because of some health issues, essentially. And so he said, okay, I can do the mechanism for the animations if you want. And so this became a lot of a collaboration, essentially. So yeah, I really like that. And then you have this little stand. And fun facts, I believe I said that already in a previous stream. But when I placed this thing, I was like, there's something that I don't like there. It's blocking the view. I don't like it. And so I was like, oh yeah, you can't see the manor. Well, I'll do a little window so that you can see the manor. And so yeah, this is really cool. Oh, also little lore. These are what you can find with the Sodamax. What you can drink for the Sodamax. He's still not back in work, is he? I believe he started work, but like 1 or 2 days a week. I'm not sure if he's doing the full week yet, but he has recovered according to the doctors and what have you that he was seeing. So now he's doing all right, and he's gonna be able to enjoy the crap out of the trip that we do in May. But yeah, he is working again. Yeah, for sure. If you like Norse mythology, the 2 newer God of War games are top quality games. They really are. I've platinumed God of War Ragnarok, and I've played through the first one, but I haven't platinumed it. But yeah, I do agree with that. That rock work around the drop is lovely. Oh, thank you. It's not much, honestly. Like, it's just a tunnel and what you need around this this piece of track, because really it's not really that much. So that's really funny. 6 flavors, 5 dispensers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it's 5. 5 flavors. Well, no, not flavors, but it's like different sodas, like you would have, I don't know, Coca-Cola, Fanta, Sprite, something like that. Here it's Cola Max, which is my version of Coca-Cola. Lemon Love, I suppose, would be our version of Sprite. Purple Mix is something completely invented, and it would be my my violet soda that I love so much from real life. Something very local to my region does that, called Lagos. It's really good, like basically locally made soda, which I loved. Blue Dew, no idea what that would be, and then Kiwi Crunch. Can you imagine like soda with kiwi? That would be insanely good. And then the Evian and Vitel are just some different kinds of water that you can find in France. How many effects machines are there? It's way too many. I don't even know the count, but way too many. I feel like those on the sides are like big rapid things, rapids, like river rapids things, and then you have the regular water spout thingies that are lined up. And I believe this is where the park starts to struggle, where you have water and reflections and everything. Like I can see sometimes where when my frame dropped, this was where. And you can see it in the video, I believe, as well. What year would you say the Gerstlauer bobsled in the German area opened? It opened in 2003, April 2003. I started, let me show you real quick. I started putting the opening year, I've not done it on the workshop file yet that you can visit, but as of episode 8, every ride will have their opening month and opening years added to the ride description board. And by the way, if you're not subscribed, subscribe to YanBK on YouTube. But yeah, for example, this is April 2013, like this entire area, and Fiskers Sang as well. The bobsled is from... I can't remember if it's March or April, honestly, but it's from 2003. And the Zierer is from 1997. I feel, yeah, I feel like it's 97 when the park first did the first area, essentially. And the wooden coaster that I'm currently building is from 2015. Are you still gonna use the taggy waterfall method somewhere? I don't know. Probably. Maybe. I've used it around the... What are you guys doing? Yeah, this is a bug. Because I have the tables so close to the edge, so people are just dropping down. I hate guests in this game. Anyway, let's completely ignore them and continue in the backstage area. I am really spamming the chat, aren't I? I'll stop asking questions for a while. I feel like it's more that people are a little quiet. It's just that. So here you can get to the kitchens. Here you have a little door that leads to the splashdown, theming. So you can imagine that they would put some boots on and some overalls, some waterproof overalls, and go in the water to clean stuff up. Not many games can get peeps and guests perfect. Yeah, I feel like this is doing a fine job. It's just that sometimes, especially with how complex my pathing systems are, it can easily do some weird stuff. It's like right now we're doing the backstage area. I bet you will see at least one group of people in the backstage area. But yeah, here you have a little storage space for crates and for the bins. Little access for block section number 2 on Fiskers Sang. Here you have the other side of the rock work. See, when I was saying that the rock work is fairly simple, like this is what I mean. It's like basically what you see from inside the park is all you get, basically, with the rock work. As you can see, it's very much the case here. Sorry, I'm quiet. Got you on the second monitor while I build. Yeah, no worries, man. No worries. I know y'all are really using streams in general as second screen content, and it's fine. It's fine. I was just stating the obvious to reassure Wonky that it's fine if he talks more than other people. But yeah, I really like this, and I think it was Broccoli who was saying, telling me in my DMs that when you're on this block section, you can't really see much of the show building because it's green. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm playing Timberborn with you on the second monitor. Your stream is perfect for the second screen. I've heard Timberborn is really good. Look at you all using me as second screen. This is premium first screen footage. What do you mean? Nah, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I am kidding. But yeah, here you can see, like I really like how this ride goes under the maintenance road for basically, what was I saying? Sorry, I blipped out. I'm sorry. I'm still a little bit shaken, but by my state from yesterday. First screen content for me. He is dedicated. I was gonna skip you if you are in the. What are you talking about? Found that they are French Canadian. I have no idea what you're talking about. Hey, Emile. Anyway, yeah, let's continue the tour. First roundabout, really cool. You're on my TV. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I always wonder how many people actually watch my videos on the TV, because I feel like with the cinematic shots and everything, I feel like that's the best way to experience them. Especially now that I can do true 4K and 60 FPS and all. Like it's really cool. There you have a parking lot for the staff. I'm actually surprised that we haven't seen any guests in the staff area so far. I'm making a giant mechanical whale. Wow. That's crazy. Also, this is, well, you can't see it because it's not actually linked, but this is technically linked to the first emergency exit. This is obviously connected to the second one. And this was where I turned the lights on earlier when we were riding Fiskers Sang. Truly thought this was the main entrance when you showed it in VIP chat, but no. the main entrance is the one where the bigger parking lot is. What do you mean? I watch on the TV unless I'm chatting. Right now I'm cooking pasta and watching on the phone. That's fine, that's fine. It's okay. I'm honestly shocked that we haven't seen any guests in the staff area. I feel like everyone is getting in that little dock area. It's really funny. Anyway, we are totally out of Fiskekysten now. Does streaming for a while get tiring? Yes. Yes, it does. Streaming really requires constant attention. It's, this is why oh, there we go. Well, they're not exactly in the staff area, but kind of. And see, this is kind of the issue that I have, is that sometimes they'll just wait here, and so they'll get locked outside of the park. It is what it is. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, it gets tiring because you really have to pay attention, and that is why I do it in the evening when I'm about to go to bed, so that way I can just go to bed and just yeah sleep right away. How does the service road get around the manor? Maybe under it? Nope. Nope, the manor ground will not be touched. There will be a gate using basically the road for the parking lot. This is how they're going to go around. Either that or go around through the park loop, essentially. It's essentially a ring road. That is technically not a ring. But yeah. Anyway, so now that we are done with the little tour of Fiskenkysten, I hope you guys have learned things from the little tour that we've done. Now it's time to go back to Wildwater, our little national, well, town, American town next to a national park. Really inspired by Williams, Arizona. And yeah, here we are. So the only thing I'm gonna do before we start building, I'm gonna leave you guys with that view for a few minutes, and I will be back after a quick bathroom break. So enjoy Jano Onda, the really cool music that will be our soundtrack for the area. And I am back. Okay, let me catch up on the chat. Frontier should label you a master builder. Well, thanks for saying that. I don't know if they do such a thing, but I don't know. They know where to find me. They have my email and everything, so yeah, if they ever want to do something with me, they know where to find me. Alright, so let's get us into building mode. OMG, I love how that looks. Thank you. Thank you. It's only the one building for now, but at least the hardest part, I would argue, is over, and now it's only going to be either facades or a restaurant. Oh, I have to do a gift shop, actually, now that I think about it, and that's going to be tough. But that's fine. That's fine. Well, back to my guitar then. Later, everyone. See you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Look at the gas station peak. So Americana. Exactly. Exactly. For sure. It's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much. So what I've done today is basically finish the interior queue for Bucking Bronco, and also the exterior that I've literally just finished an hour before stream. I'm gonna go feeling tired after my day. Bye, Yan. Thanks for the stream, and thank you for tuning in. Thank you so much. See you around. And I've also started doing a little bit of the wooden coaster supports, which I absolutely love. Wait, a GCI? Yes, 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 for sure, for sure. Yeah, I love this thing so much. I cannot wait to do the layout. But before I do the layout, I'm gonna do a the whole town essentially. And so I've started working out what goes where essentially. So the gas station is pretty much done now. The only thing that we have to do today is a Route 66. Let's call it a decal, even though it won't be really a decal. And yeah. I never said look at the gas station. I said look at the pump. There you go. There's the pump. Oops. What's my camera doing? There we go. There's the pump. Fun fact, initially I had those blue. Well, at first they were red when I did them like way before I did the building. And then I turned them blue when I put the neon and the sign in. And I decided that this was way too much blue, so I went for the classic Texaco red. And fun fact, this is why there's a Yanko as well here for the photo finish little shop for the right photos. Who wait, those road signs on the turnaround? Yeah, I've done them custom. Every sign that I've done are basically custom. There they all are. It's really cool. Yeah, it's a Rain GCI indeed, which is why so far there's this big empty space here. This is where I'm gonna do the layout and figure it out. The coaster is gonna be as tall as Borealis. Actually, it's gonna be 32 meters tall. So that this much I know. But yeah, we'll see where it goes. So yeah, as I was saying, I've started laying out the area a little bit. So there's going to be a hotel facade here because in Williams there's a hotel that really inspires me, and I also need something to do the transition between, well, basically hiding this whole place here, but also do the transition from the manor grounds to the actual Wildwater thing. Then here we'll have the main park store, which is probably going to be called something like 66 Souvenirs or something like that. I'm not exactly sure yet, but I basically thought that with here being the manor grounds, we don't really have a main park store, and so earlier in the park story, probably around the 2000s or something, sometime in the 2000s for sure, at the very least, they would have added one with the western area, and it would be like right near the manor grounds. Emil is so hyped about this GCI, and rightfully so, rightfully so. I'm not saying that, Wonky. No, this I'm not young. I'm not allowed to say. Okay, I'll say it for you. I'm not allowed to say 6'7". I'm sorry. I don't even know what that means. What does it mean? I'm too old for this. Nice detail. Imagine the speed limit sign being a NIST. And that is the point. You got it. That is actually the point. Like when you come out of the station, you have the speed limit for this section and also the lift hill. And then when you will be on top of the lift hill, this will be the the max speed essentially of the ride. So yeah, everything is very thought out for sure. Hey Sasha, it means nothing at all. It's just fun. And it does. How is it fun? I don't get it. In my days, memes used to mean something. Do you know about Harambe? Well, there you go. 68 will be my thing. 68 will be boring Yen BK. I don't know. Make it a meme or something. I don't know. Anyway, shall we build? No. I was explaining to you guys what I'm doing, and here there will be a bandstand for some rock show and whatever, but also covered seating for basically. Fun fact: when I was doing this area or that area, I don't remember. I really wanted to have two additional things. One would have been a bandstand, and I feel like I should have put it here, honestly. You know what? Now that I see it like this, I feel like I should do it. Like I should remove this ride. And exactly, Polton Spark. This is like when they revealed Valgard and Valgard. Sorry, um, they did that on where they basically have a bandstand in the park where they can do that kind of events. I want exactly that, and I feel like I could put it here, but it would block the view of the lake, or I could remove the nebulas because I don't like the placement of this nebulas, and I feel like we could put it elsewhere. So yeah, I'm gonna have a think about it and probably relocate that somewhere else. Probably in the American section of the park. That'd be nice, honestly. Or in the Mexican section. I don't know. Because the Mexican section, I haven't really locked a flat ride for it, and it is going to need a flat ride, so we'll see. We'll see. But what do you guys think about this idea? Instead of talking about 6'8" like it's a new meme, what do you guys think about that idea? I feel like it's got potential. And I feel like the bandstand would be here rather than there, because the bandstand would be in the oldest section of the park, which would be here. So I don't know. Hello, by the way, so nice to catch you streaming. Thank you. It's nice to have you along. Anyway, let's get to work on this second part of the stream. So, you know, guys, I come from console. And on console, we like to struggle with crap. And part of the struggling is figuring out how to do stuff without having access to custom media, because the easy way to do it would be to use custom media. And I'm not going to use custom media. I like it, but I think Sausaget meant Route 66 area at Polton's. Oh, right. It's not Route 66. It's Tornado Springs, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I've recently watched the vlog from Theme Park Worldwide. Really like what Theme Park Worldwide does, because I don't know, they're really genuine with what they do. Even though they're probably... That is not what I meant to do. That was a flashbang, I'm sorry. Even though they're probably the biggest in the sector. But no, actually, it's not at all inspired by Tornado Springs, because I had planned that area before I learned about Tornado Springs in the first place. I wasn't really familiar with Tornado Springs before last year when they did that big press conference. Actually, was it last year or was it the year before? Theme Park Worldwide yaps a bit, but he's great. I mean, I yap a bit, you yap a lot, so, you know, good people always yap. This is all I'm saying. No, but he's nice. I saw him twice. Well, them, actually. I saw Sean and Charlotte twice in real life. Never said hi because I felt like they were working, so I didn't want to bother them. But yeah, I've seen them twice in real life. Once for the first test of Hyperia, which I lucked out. I was there that day with Corvus and Antonio, and the second time was for Voltron opening day. Basically, every time you'll see, every time there will be a huge event or a very important event, you can imagine that they'll be there. Like with Disney's Adventure World opening this weekend, I would be willing to bet that they'll be there. I even believe that they've posted about that. His Happy Valley Shanghai vlog is legendary. I've never seen that, actually, if I'm honest. I've only just recently started watching them. I started watching them because Corvus and Antonio used to talk a lot about them. And so I started watching the vlogs as well. And yeah. He's a funny guy, honestly. He's a funny guy. I remember seeing a ton of theme park related folks at Epic Universe opening day. Didn't approach a single one, got too anxious. Yeah. I believe the only person that I've ever met who's actually a YouTuber was Spetsy. If you're German, you'll know who that is. Spetsy is a pretty well-known German YouTuber that does theme park stuff, and at some point I was at Plopsaland when he was there, and he approached me because he knew me from Corvus's vlogs, and so yeah, there we go. That's how I met Spetsy, and now we're actually pretty good friends, even though we haven't seen one another since. We like to chat every now and then. Like, for example, today I was watching a French vlog on 100% Wolf roller coaster, the opening day that was, I believe, last weekend, and yeah, I told him that I was like, oh yeah, I saw the back of your head. You're handsome from the back. He was like, am I handsome from the front too? I'm like, I'm neither gonna confirm or deny that, just because I need to for comedic purposes. I just realized we don't have any music since we were touring the park before. Let's start with that one. There we go. That'll be better. I just realized that that's the first time you've admitted you think I have. I don't mind it. I just think it's funny. I'm pretty sure this is not the first time I've admitted that. It's from 2017 actually. Oh, the vlog. Oh, okay. So that's why I've definitely not seen it. Fun fact, I've only started to be interested in theme parks after my breakup in 2021. Oh my goodness. It was 5 years ago. My goodness. I feel like it was yesterday. Like literally, what day are we? The 25th. So I broke up on the 28th of March, 2021. And Edgar Wright playlist spotted, yeah. Yeah, I really like Baby Driver. And at the time I used to listen to the soundtrack quite a lot. Not that much anymore, honestly. But I really like his movies. I've missed what's the name of the film? Running Man, I think it was, which is his latest film. I'm so ashamed that I don't go to the cinema anymore, even though that's basically what I've studied and everything. But yeah, I wish I went to the cinema more. I've even canceled my subscription. It's that bad. But it is what it is. I can't tell if it's big enough or not. I don't know. Let me have an actual like 2D representation of it, because right now I have a... I know you can't see it on my screen, it's because it's on my iPhone. Sorry, I know. It's weird. I'm a weird guy. I come from console and I still don't do a lot of stuff on my PC. Anyway, Route 66 road marking. Tell us what you think of the Mario movie on stream next week. But that's the thing. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to stream on that day, or if I do, it'll be a little later. But I'll try. I promise that I will try. What I'm sure of is that I will stream on Saturday, though. Okay. This is... oh, this is even better. Okay. Now I do have a good idea of what I have to do. ...2021 was 25 years ago, actually. My goodness. Does that mean that I'm 49? And it's so funny as well, because my 30s are slowly starting to come around the corner, and I'm like so actually freaked out by that. Like I'm almost 26. I don't have a steady job. I'm trying very hard to make this my steady job, but look at that. The man likes to do parks instead of sloppy content. Nah, that's not the right angle. So, yeah. The growth is a little weird these days. As you all know, we've already had that conversation in a few streams past. Or in the various discords that I'm in. But it's nice not to feel alone in those situations. It really helped me. Please just stream on Saturday then, so I'm not missing out on the stream due to EP. Hey, I stream when I can. It'll depend. If I do stream on Wednesday, it'll probably be a bit later. But I honestly doubt that I will. It'll probably be like what I consider as a day out. And so I'll probably try to stream on Saturday of that next week, on top of the Saturday this week, obviously. But you know, just to make up for the Wednesday that I skipped. In any case, now you can check out the schedules when I schedule a stream. So yeah, that is probably the one thing that I like the most about streaming on PC. Well, everything, honestly, just putting my music, having the chat on the top left, and it's not like bugging out after an hour like it used to do on console. Lots of essentially quality of life stuff, really. Let me see. It's not exactly that still. Alright, as a man in my 20s, I have a steady job. With a steady job, I'm off to bed. Have fun building. Thank you, NH. And sick burn, by the way. Sick burn. Love you, man. Sleep well. Heart shape. It's not that hard, actually. When you... Like, I'm usually pretty good at mimicking the shapes that I see on an image. Like, I have a very visual brain, if that makes any sense. It's just a weird angle on... Like, if you can, like, find a Route 66 sign, for example, you'll see the weird angle that I'm trying to make right now. It's a little strange. 30 seconds out of sync with the stream for me. Is it because you just had an ad by any chance? If so, just click on the little live icon. It should fix that. I had the same issue with Jonty's stream yesterday. Or the day before? I don't remember. I think it was yesterday. By the way, yes, Jonty is streaming now, so do support him when you can. It's called Coffee with Jonty. It's really nice. It's basically like this, like second screen content, but it's really nice and it's... What is going on? There we go. A little late to the stream because I'm still helping my sister move furniture, but came in to say hello. Hello! Nice to have you for a few seconds, but do help your sister. It's more important than my damn stream. And say hi to your sister. Okay, okay, no, don't say hi to your sister because she's gonna think, oh yeah, who's the Frenchman? He's weird. I don't know him. I don't want to know him. That was the awfulest. That's not a thing to say. That was awful. Yeah. So I'm gonna translate that thing here. Hi, I cannot stay, but this is the occasion to ask a question. What do you do in life? This, I stream. I do YouTube, and this is basically my only source of income. And I am poor as all hell. I'm trying to transform this into my livelihood, but it's really hard. I've been trying to do that for the past almost 2 years now, and it's definitely a struggle, but I feel like it's worth it. I would not recommend it, that's for sure, especially to younger people who are probably like, oh yeah, he's a YouTuber, that's so cool. And it is really cool on the surface because, you know, YouTube content creation in general is all about make-believe and maintaining the illusion that everything is perfect. Everything is not perfect. Life is really, really hard when you only do that. And not to bum anyone out, by the way. But it's yeah, it is quite hard. It is quite hard, and any help by, I don't know, liking the video, subscribing, leaving a comment, sometimes donations, gifted subs, or even, you know, just becoming a channel supporter helps tons in general. And yeah, in general, if you do like what I do and would like to support me, this is the best way to do that. Like, for example, Wonky Builder, Grim Dev, or Blue Jay in the chat are channel supporters, some of them even VIP supporters, and that is helping me to climb slowly towards the... Wait, what? Okay, no, my bad. Yeah, okay. I freaked out for a second. To, yeah, basically secure some form of regular income. So yeah, that answers this always hard to answer, but very important question indeed. I think the hardest is when people ask you what you do outside of the whole streaming space. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people, for example, family, or maybe some friends, do not understand what you do, and it's always a bit hard to make them understand. And the best way to make them understand is to actually show them in general. Like the other day, Tristan, you know, from the storyline of Fiskers Sang, actually came by on stream and also watched the video where his character was featured. And that was nice because I felt like he understand and he understood what I did better because of that. And afterwards he went into my DMs and was like, "Oh yeah, do you do this? Do you do that?" And he was really interested in what I was doing, and I really value that as someone who is feeling quite insecure already with what I'm doing, because, well, it's not safe. You know what I mean? Like, security is not part of this job. But I've always been the one to do something the wrong way, but my way. If that makes any sense. So, yeah. Oh, sorry, Osna, I totally missed your question while I was yapping here. I'm a big yapper as well. Wonky is not the only one. Is there a reason why you're not using the mirroring tool for from the moving platform? When everything is on the same axis, it's basically useless because you can just mirror yourself after. Like, for example, let's just remove that and do this, and maybe not on that snap, but this. And voila. When you're doing something in 2D, it's easier. At times I will use that, but it's pretty rare, if I'm honest. So yeah. That is why I don't use the rotating platforms. I feel like it's a tiny bit overrated. Especially for organics. Oops. So yeah, and what was your second question? Another question to your quality of life while building. Could you just put an image of the... That is exactly what I was saying earlier. That is just my console brain refusing to use custom media. Like in theory, I could do that. But I love the struggle. It's basically the exact same reason why I'm doing this job in the first place. I love the flipping struggle. Like, I want to succeed by doing something differently. Which is so dumb. So dumb. But yeah. It is who I am, it is my personality. I cannot do anything about it, and right now I've got my 2 feet in poo. I was gonna say, you know, the bad word. I've already cursed this stream, so I cannot curse anymore. But yeah. Oh, let me translate that. Oh wow, well, I'm really happy to know you and to support you as I can with a like. I wish you the best for the future. Your work is superb. Have fun with the rest of the stream. Thank you so much, Aubin. It's really nice of you to stop by and say this, and also to, you know, get interested into the nitty-gritty of and the reality of what I do. Every once in a while there will be someone in the chat who actually asks about this stuff, and it's always a nice reality check, and also a nice way to be honest with you all. Like, being honest is not just joking around like I usually do, it's also being truthful with hardships that I face. Life is hard, make it harder. Well, this is not the way that I see it, honestly. Even though that's kind of what I do. The way that I see it is, life is hard, do what you love. Honestly, like, that, my philosophy in life is basically it. Like, if you're gonna struggle in this awful world that we live in, I feel like you should just enjoy it. Enjoy your time on this earth, because if you don't, nobody's gonna do it for you. And yes, for some people it's before you can do that, it's all about the money. I disagree. It's all about what you do daily in your life, how you live your life, how you choose to live your life. Of course, there will be things that will make it hard to live life the way you want it to, the way you want to live it. But it is worth every hardship. For example, right now, as you guys know, I am not able to go out as much. I am not able to go to parks as much as I used to when in the first years of the channel. And I am not able to go to the cinema as much. I have to be careful what streaming services I'm using because, you know, it costs money. So I have to save on that as well. But it's part of the thing, you know. And who says that I won't get better in a few months, a few years? Like, I'm honestly just ready to do that for as long as it takes, because doing that for what you love is genuinely the best reason to do it. And again, it's only my way of viewing things. Some people will do it because, you know, they have a partner in life and they want to do that for them and create a family and what have you. But yeah, it's always whatever your perspective on life is, do things because you love something. Don't do it because you fear or hate something. This is all I'll say about this. Anyway, with that out of the way, with that yapping about life and philosophy and what have you, we have our shape, which was easier than I thought it would be. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Look at that. That's exactly the reason why I don't want to choose the best paid worker's job, but try to become a creative designer for Mac. This is very ambitious, but honestly, I wish you the best with that. Like, regardless of what you want to do, as long as it is to make people happy, I will always support you. That is for sure. And working for Mac does sound like making people happy, so I can definitely support that for sure. Slight little tangents. Have you guys outside of France seen the meme of our president doing a speech in English with a terrible English accent? He was like, for sure, for sure. Because it was all over French social medias. And it was actually really funny. Like that's the kind of meme that I can get behind. Oh. One more. No, this is Discord. This is Fred. Hey, Fred. I did not mean to do that. I want to hear the music a little more. There we go. Thank you. Nope, not seen that. Ah, it is what it is. It's really funny. Every time I say for sure or sure in one of my streams, I'm reminded of that meme, and it's just I just chuckle to myself. Is that correct? I feel like the line should be a little thinner, but then again I might be wrong. Actually, on the road marking that I have, there's not even that. Apparently the little line thing is for states like California, Missouri, Texas, But I feel like I don't really want to have that here. Okay, I'm gonna use the controller technique. There we go. Okay. See you later, Yen. I'll be yapping about EP when I'm in the queues there. Send us pictures, by the way. Oh, well, that's what you were about to say. Okay. Well, see you. And enjoy Europa Park. This is probably my favorite park that I've been to, so yeah. Enjoy it. Nope, in Germany, we mostly see memes of our counselor. Oh, that's funny. Is it like counselor? Counselor? That sounds right. With the caption, I know who protects us. Okay. I feel like Lilith's a 1 would be nice. I hope the rides are open. I think they will be. That's the point of, like, usually when you go to a park, they're all open, especially Europa Park. Like, their operations are like probably the best on the planet. So do I go right away for routes? Like this, perhaps? Yeah. Silver. Do do do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Trips drill on top? What, operation-wise? Is that what you're saying, Osna? It's gonna be very cold, like -5? What do you mean? This time of year? No way. Ah, yes. There it is. The vision, ladies and gentlemen. It's right there. This might be a little bigger. Like so. I feel like if we... Yeah, look at this. That's cool. Although we'll have to make it the same color as this. Oh, this is cool. I wanted to repeat the decal that I had for Fix-It Tony's garage, but I already used that way too much in the queue, so I feel like this is much better. In fact, I'm almost tempted to replace this one by a Route 66 one. Route 66, sorry. But yeah, I feel like this just works really, really well. Whoops. So let's just copy this one, put it there. I'm really happy that I thought about doing a Route 66 themed thing. because I really knew that I wanted to get my inspiration from Williams, Arizona, but I wasn't aware, or I didn't remember, even though I went there, that it was on damn it, Route 66. Sorry. So I was really happy when I looked at reference pictures that I realized that it was on Route 66, because this is like the perfect theme for my little American town from the late 60s. Like, it's really, really great. And so we have a second one here, and this one I believe will stay white, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, looks good. I'm just gonna have to find a way to fade it a little with some decals, but otherwise we'll be fine. Oh, yes, baby, that's the good stuff. I love it. In my opinion, it's the best park in Germany. I don't know. It's definitely the most German of the parks in Germany. That's for sure. But I don't know. It's not foreigner friendly enough for me to place it above Europa Park. I would place it above Phantasialand. I feel like Phantasialand, even though it's amazing in many regards, does suffer from roughly the same issue. I don't know. I would say Phantasialand is definitely more foreigner friendly. You click on the color and it adds it to the color palette. Eh? What are you on about? Weren't you going to bed? I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Right, so this I can remove. When Radiator Springs expansion. Technically it's gonna be in episode 9, I suppose. Because there's gonna be another Radiator... no, not Radiator Springs inspired. What's the canyon? Bryce Canyon inspired, there we go. So you can imagine that there... the backdrop of this this town will be the Bryce Canyon inspired River Rapids area with a Vekoma LIM, funnily enough, which sits on sits where a mine train used to be earlier in this park story, which is it's always fun to imagine the story of the park. And this area probably has seen the most change in general throughout the years. Like, at first, this place here did not have a ride. This probably was the station of the mine train here. But otherwise, yeah, there probably wasn't anything. Did someone say Bryce Canyon? Yeah. But Bryce with a Y. It's really nice, actually. If you don't know what it is, I really recommend you look up some pictures. It's really nice. It inspired the, you know, from Cars, the scene where Sally and Flash are basically having a date and driving past some waterfalls. This is the canyon that it's inspired that scene, and it's probably best, the best, well, I don't know about the best, but better than the Grand Canyon. The Grand Canyon is massive, I mean, it's in the name, but yeah, I feel like Bryce Canyon was a better experience, even though we stayed there not a long time, if I remember correctly. Not a long time at all. See ya, Hendrik. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure to have you along, man. And sleep well. Right, another thing, and I don't know if there's still anyone from the United States in the chat today, but another thing that I'm not sure whether I want to do or not is whether this yellow line should be double or single. I feel like because it's a city, it should be single. And if you are single too, please do not ask my yellow line on the date. Wow, that was a terrible joke. Flash, you mean Lightning? Yeah, Lightning McQueen. That's right, because we call it Flash McQueen in French. Yes, Lightning McQueen for sure. I've only ever seen this these movies in French. US usually have double lines, I think. For like big roads, yes, but I don't know about towns. So I don't know. Trying to find out. Looks like both are fine. Oh my goodness. Sent me to a shady website. Which one did I find? There it is. See, this one is well, no, you can't see it, but this one is single line. So yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure at all. Especially in Williams, they have the single line as well, but the line was white, which is not something that I want, because I really want the yellow line. I feel like it's yeah, one big yellow line, sometimes with short lines next to it. Yeah, I think I'll keep it the way it is. I think it's fine. Anyway, decals. Decals, 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 decals. Grunge should be fine. Oh, that's disgusting. No me gusta. That's a little heavy. Yeah, no. Let's keep it the way it is, right? Yeah. Yeah, white lines are pretty common, usually seen yellow on single lane highways. Yes, exactly. And that's the thing, you know, because technically that is what Route 66 was. It was a massive road going through states throughout the United States. So I feel like having a yellow line on that thing would be a pretty good idea, but I don't know. I don't know why, but right now the area is giving me vibes similar to Van Helsing's factory, the bobsled from Movie Park, Lisburg's Boardwalk section, and the town from Ghostbusters Afterlife. That last one might be right, because it's a small town. But the rest, I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all. Yeah, Route 66 was one of them, is indeed. I'm actually going now because I feel like you're tired of me. I'm not. I'm not at all. I'll never be tired of you. But I feel like I might head off, honestly, now that I'm done with what I wanted to build today. And we've been going for like what, 2 hours and 30 minutes, something like that. So I think I'll stop there. I'll just do a quick save. There we go. If you are a VIP supporter, do stick around on the Discord. I'll send some pictures of what I've done here. But yeah, as for the stream, I think I'm gonna stop there for today. Thank you all so much for watching. It's been a really nice evening. Don't forget that I'm going to be streaming on Saturday as well. I'll obviously schedule it as I always do, so that you guys can put click on the bell and have a notification when it goes live. But yeah. So I hope I'll see you guys then. And until then, thank you so much for watching. This has been Yen, your favorite friendly Frenchman, and I'll see you all in the next stream. And you've been awesome, as always. Bye. Oops. And of course I screwed up. It's fine. It's fine.